and welcome to the Amanda Awethu project. I am Amanda Awethu. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm here with a special guest, Mohammad.
Oh, thank you very much, Amanda. I'm really glad to come your products, and it's really nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
I have just spent the entire afternoon with Mohammad, and I've been teaching some things about profound and meaningful coincidence or synchronicity, and about our power to attract the things that we want and need most into our lives through engaging thought and emotion. And it's been a very powerful afternoon here with Mohammad. But what I love so much about my job is that I am just as much the student as I am the teacher in every situation. And today I learned quite a bit from Mohammad. And I just felt really compelled to share that with everyone out there as the Amanda Awethu Project, or TAP, is very much concerned with making cross-cultural connections. So Mohammad has agreed to share a little bit of his life with us. So thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah. So can you, how about we start by you just telling us a little bit about where you're from and how you got here with us in the U.S.?
Yeah, I'm from Jordan. I came here for school like 1.5 years. I was in Pennsylvania and New York, Washington, D.C. before I come to Austin. Yeah. And that's it.
Okay. Wow. And how is life different here in the U.S. versus back home in Jordan?
In U.S. is like we have a lot of things you have to do, like more work, more bills, more details you have to do. Everyone you have to do a lot of things. In Jordan is like a life is more easy. The father or the husband.
Telling us a little bit about where you're from and how you got here with us in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm from Jordan. I came here for school like 1.5 years. I was in Pennsylvania and New York, Washington, D.C. before I come to Austin. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay. Wow. And how is life different here in the U.S. versus back home in Jordan?
In U.S. is like we have a lot of things you have to do, like more work, more bills, more details you have to do. Everyone you have to do a lot of things. In Jordan is like a life is more easy. The father or the husband, the man, he have to take care about all of this. We don't have everyone he want work for every this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, you're seeing this incredible backdrop, which is a T-shirt, and the art is designed by my friend Tony Mazza out of the Chicago area. You can find him on Facebook at The Walnut Wall or on Etsy at Tony Mazza Art. It's TonyMazza Art. And I'll put a caption on the screen for you. So, but just had to draw attention to what that is. You can also purchase these T-shirts from my website. You just click on shop and they're available for you right there. So you can support the ongoing podcast content from TAP.
I see the other face for the US, not the face I see in the TV or movies. I see the real life for US. I see everything is different and more beautiful. Yeah.
More beautiful than what you saw in the movies and on TV.
Because movies give like scary from some kind of people. He give picture of the life only in New York and California and like this big state. But we not talk about like Texas. We not talk about another state. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When before I come to Texas, I read a lot about Texas and I scare from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were afraid, huh?
Yeah, I'm afraid. I say I don't like to come to Texas, but I have one friend. He was here. He told me, no, you have to come to Austin. You'll like it. The first couple months I'm here, I don't like Austin because I'm not seeing nothing in Austin. Just 5, 6 building in downtown. That's it. I'm not see the life. I'm not see the people what he doing. Yeah. When I start contact with people and start hang out and see going with him everywhere, go do everything the usually people he do here. I really love Austin more than any other place in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you feel that the people are different here than any other place that you've been?
Yeah. Here
Okay.
is more friendly, more like he he like to like anyone I met him new. He tell me, "Oh, I want to learn your language," and he interesting to contact with me and talking with me like this
Mm.
and asking about my culture and everything is nice. Yeah, I like the people here.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can say also I'm not an Austinite, but I am so grateful to have discovered this amazing city. Actually, how Mohammed and I met through a friend of ours named Jet. And Jet is also a brilliant artist, and he has a nonprofit called JMO, the Jet Method of Exchange, where he exchanges art services for good deeds. And I believe it's jmo.com. I'll get that and put it on the screen for folks. But yes, I met Jet at a nonprofit event, and a few months later, I hosted a birthday party, and Mohammed came along with Jet, and we had a
yeah.
great time dancing it up all night long. So, but beyond the fun, I just want to really acknowledge Austin, Texas, for being such a city of collaboration and cooperation. I've lived a lot of places, and I worked most of my adulthood in Chicago. And while Chicago's a great city with great people, I found something very special in the collaborative spirit here in Austin versus the competitive spirit that I had been so used to. And part of that may be attributable to the fact that I'm now doing different type of work where it is really about evolving humanity towards more peace and more harmony and more personal freedom and happiness. So perhaps just within that arena, I'm attracting folks who are more apt to cooperate versus an arena of selling products or services against another company. But I still think that we can have much more of a collaborative spirit in all of our endeavors. Whether we be competitors or not. I think there's way more expansion, way more potential for impact if we just come together and collaborate. So that brings me back to Mohammed, who has agreed to collaborate with me and further this vision of my projects, which is focused really on one of the focuses is the cross-cultural connection. So what else can we talk about? You mentioned some very important things in our conversation earlier. I asked Mohammed if he watches the news. We were discussing some very sensitive topics about, why certain crimes happen in the world, why certain groups. I mean, we've got tons of gang violence in the U.S. We've got groups that we're hearing about, called ISIS out there in the world. And really what we're finding is that there's, this stuff is happening all over the world. And I was asking about why we think this happens. And Mohammed had some really interesting things to offer.
Yeah, this I think this like big game because we are Muslim and in Islam he never say we have to kill the people he is not joined to Islam and he never say we have to. If you look to ISIS, what he doing also, who's the kind of people he kill? He always kill the Muslim people.
Mm.
If he's if he say I'm Muslim, he will not kill the Muslim people. He will kill somebody is bad or somebody is not good, you know. And I think like this happened, like Bin Laden, Taliban, ISIS. This game, like news, he play in the people mind. With yeah, I think when start ISIS, he start by news. Before like few years, we didn't have ISIS. The news he talk about him too much, and always say ISIS. He do this, he do this, and some people he's interested to join to ISIS. Like the people I tell about him, he's a bad life with his family, and he like to be with the strong side. Yeah, and this kind of people he start joining with ISIS, and he don't know what he doing. You know, just want to do something to to see himself. But this not mean he's Muslim. He's not Muslim, and the news he make him, and the countries he make him to make the people scared from this kind of people.
I can really I can feel that and understand that so clearly. I have many Muslim friends myself, and I really a lot of the things that I've learned about Islam over the years are really beautiful things. Most recently, I was having a conversation with my 14-year-old friend from Iraq, who told me, you know, in Islam, if you harm one person, it is like harming all of humanity.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
what,
right.
yeah. And if you help one person, it's like helping.
You help all the people in the world.
Yeah. And I mean, what a gorgeous thing to live by. And so this is Islam, not what we're seeing.
Yeah,
And yeah, so I do, you know, that's one message that I really want to convey to the audience out there is, you know, just be mindful of the labels and the judgment that is being fed to you from the media or from other people in your life. Or you know, it could be anything from college professors to media to your parents. When there are bold statements that are labeling particular groups or judging a particular group, or generalizing, I mean, it's 2015. There's no reason that we're continuing to be so small-minded and to go and label an entire group based on what someone said, without having an experience of our own. I mean, if we're doing that at all, we're really robbing ourselves some very rich experiences in life. We're robbing ourselves an opportunity to make new friends and to create more peace on the planet, because we're dwelling in that space of separation versus togetherness.